Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, wherever you're watching this from the world. We're coming here live from South Africa in Porter Studio here in Linwood. Just want to thank all my guests or everyone together that we can quickly do this video. We're going to talk about some sense. We're going to talk about what's happening in South Africa. The name for this podcast, for this first one that we're doing, is called Nose and Narrative. So obviously your nose guides you to your dinner, to your food, to whatever you need to. It's the first point of contact, and the narrative is your story that you live. So I'm going to ask a few guests a few questions, but I'm going to quickly hand it over to Sia, just introduce himself, and then we'll start with some of the questions. It's going to be informal. We're going to have a nice vibe. You see Mr. Isak has got his bedding with him, so he's very comfortable. So the rest of the scents and everything is going to be smooth sailing. Mr. Sia, over to you.
No problem. Thank you very much for the invite and being here with all the nice guests as well. So myself, I'm Siyabonga Mzimela, and my page is Sensaholics, and I'm a collector in the country and also do fragrance reviews and also enthusiast, and also I do consulting as well. For the arts of perfumery is my love, and I like to share it with everybody here today. So yeah, I think, do you want us to hand over to everybody to just do an intro as well, just so they can share?
Yeah, I think if you can use your mic just to give to Annelies, and then she'll introduce herself, and then we'll go through the line, and then the mic is going to go all around. We'll talk about all the scents, and I've got a few questions for my beloved guests, and then we're done.
No problem. There you go, Annelies.
Welcome.
Hi, my name is Annelies. I'm here to smell the different kinds of scents that Zuko has available. I have been privileged enough to receive some of the samples with Wimpy as he goes on this journey. So I'd like to see how he's expanded.
Thank you, Mr.
Yeah, how's it, everybody? My name is actually Isak, but I'll go down as Dion, and I'm here as a guinea pig, you know. I can say that human testing has taken place, you know, and there's no itching going down. So, and the notes are quite, you know, thought-provoking. You know, sometimes you question what you smell, but you smell something, you know. So, but all good. Looking forward to have a chat with all the other people and guests, and thanks for having me on the chat.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Arwa Piri, and I'm a new fragrance enthusiast. I recently started my journey around 2023, but I think my love for fragrance has always been there from like 2016 or so, but actively being in it, it's been just 2 years or so, and I actually look forward to smelling. I did get a chance off camera to smell something, and I am impressed, and I really, really look forward to the conversation and also just getting my nose, you know, provoked a bit.
Thank you so much. I think, just start off with a few questions. We don't have cards, anything like this, and social media and the phone. If we don't have a phone, we don't know what to do. So I don't know what to do if I don't have my phone. So excuse me for that. So Mr. Sia, I've got a few questions for you. Just the first one, just short and sweet. Just tell us your journey about perfumes. I know we've done a lot of talks. We've sat down.
Yeah.
You've came to Pretoria. I went to Joburg, so you know what's happening. So I just want to tell the viewers, like, why are you wearing perfumes and not deodorant and shower to shower, or sorry about the brand names, but why are you in that specific journey? I'm going to have a few general questions for everyone. So why are you using perfumes? Obviously to smell nice, that's point number one.
Yeah.
How did you get into this journey? So like, what was your first scent experience? Was it niche? Was it designer? Maybe you can just touch upon what is niche and what is designer for the viewers that does not know. And then we'll ask a few other questions for the remaining guests.
No, I think to be short and sweet, my father, was a very big person in terms of fragrances, and his main fragrance was Aramis. So at home, all of us, it's a bold, those of you who are much older than myself would know about Aramis, from the 60s. And it's a bold fragrance. So at home, every morning, you'd smell it all over the house. So I think that brought it in. But because of my sinuses, I got into fragrances really late. I think when I was about 27, because of my sinuses. And I think my first fragrance was Boss in Motion. The one that's a ball, that was my first one. And I think my fragrance journey in terms of being an actual collector and having a large collection started in COVID in 2020 when I decided, let me take this a little bit further. And my passion has never stopped since then. And I think, through the fragrances that we got here, I think the biggest fragrance that really said, let me catapult into collecting is actually the one that I do have with in my hand, which is from Guerlain, L'Homme Idéal. And it's funny because L'Homme Idéal means ideal man in French. So yeah, I think it took me to the next level from there. And I think going forward, it's just been a journey and just enjoying and sharing with my colleagues and the fragrance industry.
Sure, thank you so much. And then, ma'am, Annelies,
Here you go, man.
what was... and,
Boy.
Yeah, down.
so what was your first fragrance, or like what do you wear when you're going to business, or is it scent specific? Do you wear a fragrance to go to business, or do you have a specific scent when you go with Saki to a nice dinner restaurant, or do you have some kind of scent profile that you enjoy, like sweet, sexy, sedatory? Everyone knows me. I like sweet and fresh stuff. I can't not wear that. What's your preferences?
I do
yes?
have a specific and preference scent that I use. It's Armani Code. Unfortunately, it's been disconnected, so I have a lot of difficulty of getting some product. I love Armani Code, and I don't think I'll easily change, although I will add it up and change it up a bit with other
Yes.
scents. But my main scent is Armani Code for the simple reason it smells nice to me. I get a lot of compliments, and I've been using it so long that it takes my kids back. If I smell it, they've all come to mention to me. It takes
Sure.
them back to their childhood when
Scent
they were
memories,
younger,
yes.
and to a happy time, safe place. So the scent really means a lot to me in that sense.
And Mr. Isaac, what?
Well, sorry, I'm just glad I don't have to answer the same question because that's going deep, you know what I'm saying?
All right, so let us rephrase. So if you think back, your first fragrance, what was the first fragrance that someone bought you, if you
Yeah.
can remember in the past? And
Sure.
then my second question is, well, I've got two, like it's a double-edged sword. So if you wear something these days, what scent profile would you prefer? And then what fragrance would you maybe connect that to if you can
Well,
have that discussion?
Sure. Well, can you paint me a picture? You know, you wouldn't have made a good teacher. You know, the question is very kind of ambiguous. You know, but be it as it may, I think the first one. The real, my first cologne in the sense was a Polo Sport, and it was bought to me by my girlfriend at the time. I was in high school. You know.
A lot of memories with that one.
Well, there will always be, and ultimately, I think, you know, when one chisel it down to one's natural kind of perspiration smell, in the sense that, as you've indicated earlier, that one would first smell something and then manifest an idea how it should taste, and then you taste it. But your natural waking up in the morning kind of human smell, you know, the
Yes.
attractiveness to that for a different person, and the idea is to blend something with your natural smell with a perfume or a cologne that will accommodate and blend with that best, you know. And for me, I found that was in actual fact the Isimiyaki, that I could wear in whether it's a informal or more formal or dress down, or whatever the occasion could be.
Yes,
It's not an overkill either way. It's not too sweet, but it's got a nice sophisticated smell that's sustainable, you know.
Yeah, the one that, just for the viewers, the one that Saki's talking about is Isimiyaki Porom, the normal one, the stained glass, square kind of rectangular bottle, the one that everyone knows.
And just to be, you know, added, it's nice because it's also value for money, you know. But hopefully I get a 4.5 out of 10. Good.
Yeah, we'll let the viewers decide what is Saki's rate at the end
I
of
think it was very informative.
Thank you so much, Mr.
Cool.
Isaac. And then over to you, ma'am. So just quickly, what was your first scent? What do you like wearing? And then we'll discuss boxes and what everyone wears. Then we'll smell everything, and then we're done.
Okay, so when Sia was speaking, I was laughing because his backstory into fragrance and first memory mine is quite similar to yours. So my dad is, I'm Muslim, so my dad is a mufti. So he wears atar, non-alcohol based, like
Oils
with
and
just
stuff,
oils,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
So on Fridays on Juma, he would just like always wear his attar. It was very oud based. And we just smell that in the house. Like on Fridays, we know it's Juma now when you're smelling the
time.
attar in the house. And then with that was like always like from like when I was younger. Then I grew up. My mom got me these. I don't know in the if everyone knows about this, but in the township there were these people who used to sell their own oil-based made perfumes, and my mom bought me the rendition of Britney Spears' Fantasy.
Oh, okay.
And I loved it from even at school, throughout high school, everyone knew that I smelled like candy. I smelled like, yes. So that was how I got into it. And I realized that, oh my goodness, I actually love smelling good. But weirdly now, I can't stand those candy-like, very sweet, very fruity scents. I'm now more on the spicier, woody. If it's sweet, it must be like a warm vanilla,
Yes.
more, so my taste has changed, but that's my first memory of fragrance, and it really, like, the memories have stuck with
Yeah.
me, and I appreciate the journey that I've went through, and I know my taste is still going to change even from this. So yeah.
Sure, thank you so much. And I think just to add to your question, my first scent, or to your nice conversation, I think my first scent that I got, didn't know it was Fahrenheit, and I know a lot of people don't want to smell like a mechanic and diesel and fuel, fuel and whatever the case is.
What you on about? Those are the sniffs for the day.
Yeah, so
You know, hard hands, that's what
Exactly.
you like, you know?
so I think about 30, 40 years ago, if you don't have a vehicle, then you quickly splash some petrol or something on you, then the lady thinks you've got a car. So I think, so I think that's maybe how the Fahrenheit thing got into my DNA. But yeah, so I got gifted Fahrenheit. By that time, I didn't know it was Fahrenheit, but now I know it was Fahrenheit. And before I say that word again, that is one of my favorite fragrances that where if people say it smells like a mechanic or fuel or petrol or diesel or whatever the case is, that's my DNA. That's what I like. Everyone here and some of the viewers on the group and people that's been speaking to well, me specifically know I like my fresh and sweet and clean scents, because I come from or I grew up in a very humid, warm climate, and obviously holidays was at Durban and Belita, so I think the sea and the sun and the beaches and babes, bikinis and bodies stuck in my nose. So I like sweet stuff, but more the salty, clean kind of scents. And then just to finalize this section, I'm going to ask everyone, how many scents do you have, and do you care about packaging, or do you throw your boxes away? And then we can quickly start a few smelling ideas.
Yeah.
Mr. Sia.
For mine, just to keep it short and sweet, I
Yes.
think I'm sitting at just over 100. And I think for me, I only keep the exotic boxes. The others, I just shove it in the back somewhere.
Can I skip? I don't want to say how many of this. Yeah. No, I've got say, and I'm gonna exaggerate a bit. Maybe between 5 to 10. Obviously, the Armani Code being my primary fragrance, and then the others I would just use depending on the weather, the climate, the temperature.
Well, I also don't want to overstate my position, so it's going to be definitely between 1 and 4, you know? But those 4 make you, it's a head turner, you know? It's more like a nose turner, you know? But I think that's excessively stated.
That's good.
Okay,
Over to you, ma'am.
I started the year on 38, but because my taste changed, I'm on 19 now. I've decluttered almost
that's
half of my collection. Yeah,
That's good advice for everyone that's going to see this on the perfume group. It's good advice.
declutter. If
Yeah.
you don't like something,
And
declutter.
yeah, definitely. And then just over to the scents that we've got. Sia, we're going to start with you. Maybe just take one of your scents that you want to maybe talk about, and then we'll hand it over to Arwa, and then we can quickly smell some of the new Atelier fragrances that's been a little bit rebranded. Everyone knows Chalier and Exotic Vibes and refined. It's got some new names. Scent profiles are still the same, but we are just reimagining. Welcome in Pretoria. So it's not the Moed. Saki's come. I think he brought these Moed people with. So we just rebranded. So we have a little bit more niche, minimalistic style feel. We will still do the Zuko scents if someone wants a scent. We're still busy with Sia. We're going to reconnect with that so we can get into Kosi in the market again for other people that love that scent. just obviously us being in a small island in South Africa and getting things overseas, like all the back end things we don't have to worry about, but we are in process to get you smelling nice again. So Sia, maybe just one scent of your collection that you brought with that you can speak
Okay.
about.
I think for me, just the scent I'll speak about. I had two others, but this one is called "Crush on Me" by Unique Luxury, and I think with this particular one, the important thing for me about this scent here, it's my favorite fragrance out of all the fragrances I have. I know it's hard to believe
Sure.
since I got such a large collection, but I think it resonates everything about me. It's a bold fragrance. It's very complex, lasts a long time. It lifts me up. And I think it's giving me the most compliments and also the most weirdest compliments I've ever received.
Sure.
You know, like, I wish I could take a bite out of you.
Hey.
Like, is it okay if I sit by your ear just so I can smell you a bit closer? You know?
Smell you a bit crazy.
So these are some of the these are some of the compliments I've got with this one. Hence why I think for me it takes the cake. So this is my favorite fragrance.
Wanna smell that?
Okay, well,
Well, I don't know if you want to quickly speak before we close, maybe about this one. Then we'll smell one of the new scents in the line, and then we're done.
Okay, so this is the fragrance that literally moved me from liking sweet scents.
Britney Spears.
Yeah, from liking things like Britney Spears. It's more spicy, more woody, more. It has a bit of coconut, cardamom. I really just like how it develops throughout the day. It makes me feel like, you know, when I wear this, I feel like I'm a woman who should be wearing like a suit and giving instructions to people. That's how I feel when I wear this one. So I wait. So I wait to like meetings and stuff. So yeah, this one.
Okay, well, stay away from
Okay,
that,
that-
please, will it? That sounds devastatingly nice.
All right, so I'm going to quickly just take this one, Lureti. Lureti means in French to seduce, to lure in, to attract people. It's the old scent that was called refined. So this one is a leather scent. So I'm going to just hand it over to you before we close everything. I'm going to give everyone a tester strip to smell, and then,
So this one you said it's leather based.
yeah, it's Lureti. It's the refined that you've got there, but
Okay.
the refined just changed to Lureti, which means to seduce, to draw in, to take someone closer. Oh, there's some strips by you.
Guys, what?
Leather, raspberry, cardamom, moss, amber, and a few other things that's trade secrets.
No, well, it is definitely
It smells.
thought-provoking, nose-provoking.
It has a DNA of a Frederick Malle. I don't know which Frederick Malle.
So in actual fact, you must tell the viewers then
Use-
this scent must be
use pretty
20,000 rand.
It has a
Like
a
me, like
DNA of one of the
me
Frederick
try it
Malles.
one
I just
out.
don't know which one.
Yeah.
Maybe you know. It has a very Frederick Malle DNA
maybe
style.
it's got some raspberry. Maybe
Yeah.
that note is what keeps you
Think much
attracted.
punch it just in that system
Yeah,
that,
the-
you know, picks
yeah,
up, you know, all
the leather and the raspberry. It's also got a touch of Tuscan leather because it's also got raspberry and strong leather off the opening.
I don't know which Frederick Malle it is.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in for wherever you are. We're going to post this online, and we'll catch you on the next episode.